Welcome everybody to the Word According to me, AJ Tripp. This is a rapid reaction. Holy sh! WWE Survivor Series 2016. Listen, guys, the pay-per-view was okay. The matches were okay. The 1 hour 5-on-5 male team Raw vs. Team SmackDown match was incredible. But let's face it, guys. There's only one reason to talk about this. This was the mega match, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, and it lasted about 2 minutes. Spear by Goldberg, jackhammer, and it's over. Wow. Shock. Utter shock. The people on Twitter, they can't believe it. I mean, the guy who broke the streak just jobbed to Goldberg in like 2 minutes. I have questions, many of them. 49-year-old Goldberg, who hasn't wrestled in 12 years, beats Brock Lesnar in like 2 minutes. Laughing, crying face, laughing, crying face, laughing, crying face. What was that? What the F? WTF? Look at this one. The match was damn fixed, though. I support Goldberg, but something is really fishy. Brock would never settle. He will be back again. It's professional wrestling. Of course it's... What? I don't understand that tweet. Wow. I started eating my ice cream at the beginning of the Goldberg Lesnar match, and it ended. I was still eating my ice cream. I mean, this is... There were people, myself was included, was worried that this could be as bad, if not worse, than the WrestleMania 20 match that happened. I saw things on the internet saying that Goldberg was saying that he felt awful after doing the stuff on Monday. And maybe why they did it like this, because he couldn't wrestle a full match anymore. Maybe that was it. I don't know. But wow, I mean, I'm stunned. I'm sitting here in silence. It's wow. Now maybe there's a rematch down the line. Maybe this isn't a one-off. Maybe Goldberg will come back. They'll do this again at WrestleMania, and Brock will get his win, and he'll get his dominant victory over Lesnar. Although there's rumors that it's going to be Shane versus Lesnar, and that could be a whole other thing too. Shane may have supposed to maybe have cost Lesnar this match, but Shane was, in the 5-on-5 male match, Shane looked like he got knocked silly by a spear, so from Roman Reigns. So we'll have to see. I'll be looking all on the internet to figure out, to see if any of the insiders, get any leaks from anybody, see what this was. Was this planned? Was this planned for Goldberg? Was it, did they change it? Because Goldberg mentioned that he felt awful and he couldn't wrestle. Did it change because of Shane? And Shane was out of it and he couldn't do his part. So there's a lot of things to talk about with that match. And I guess I'll talk about a little bit of the other matches. But That's the standstill of the Survivor Series. And guess what? I'll tell you this: even though it was 2 minutes, it was still better than the WrestleMania match they had. WrestleMania match, I mean, it was just awful. I mean, it really was. If you go back, if you got the network, go back and watch it. It's just awful, because both of them were leaving. Both of them didn't want to be there, and it was just an awful match. But that one was it was surprisingly shocking, way short, but way better. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit of the other pay-per-view, a little bit of the other matches on the pay-per-view. It started off with the women's 5-on-5 Team Raw versus Team SmackDown match. Ended up with Becky Lynch again from SmackDown against Charlotte and Bayley on Raw. Bayley got the victory with the Bayley to belly and Bayley to belly suplex, and afterwards Charlotte destroyed Bayley to set up their feud, I guess, for now going on, I guess for Roadblock on December 18th. There was an Intercontinental title match. Sami Zayn versus The Miz. Listen, right now The Miz is one of the best things going in wrestling, whether it's Raw or SmackDown right now. He is totally awesome. And it was a good match, some good strategy. Sami Zayn hurt his leg. He was selling the leg, unlike the guy last night. Even though he was a part of one of the greatest tag matches of all time, the guy wasn't selling the leg. Sami Zayn was selling the leg big time. Sami Zayn has the Miz. I think, what is it? Did he have the Miz in the figure 4 or something? And then Maurice rang the bell. Sami thinks he's won, so then the Miz rolls up Sami Zayn, and he actually gets the pinfall victory. It was a great match. What do you expect from the Miz right now? He's just on fire. Probably deserves another shot at the title. At a title run. I'm not sure necessarily if he'll get it or not. I think it's really just AJ Styles right now, and it should be AJ Styles for the next 6 or 7 months. So, but he definitely deserves another one. Then it was the tag matches, and I'm glad about this. I was worried because it was 10 people, and I was wondering how are you gonna get 10 people and everything like that. But here's what they did. They had a rule that if one member of the team is eliminated, it gets pinned. The whole team is eliminated. And quickly, what they did was they had the New Day hit the midnight hour on Breezango, and then the Usos super kicked Kofi and got the pin over Kofi. So the New Day and Breezango were quickly eliminated. So it was basically just an 8-on-8 type thing, and it ended up with the Usos versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Some good action between these two teams. Very, very great. Ended up with Cesaro hitting locking on the sharpshooter on Jay. I think Jimmy came in to try to super kick him, but got broad kicked by Sheamus. Jay tapped out. Your survivors are Sheamus and Cesaro. Then we had the Cruiserweight match between Brian Kendrick and Kalisto. I think the one thing about the Cruiserweights are, they're doing their best. The crowd isn't really connecting with them. Some people think it could be because they're not the characters. They're not grabbing on. They're not showing enough of their character or anything like that. And maybe that's why 205 Live can do that. Maybe they can catch on to their characters. But these cruiserweight matches haven't been bad or nothing like that. They've actually been pretty good, and this one was pretty good. The ending was kind of it was in storyline wise, it was kind of made sense. Baron Corbin came in, hit Brian Kendrick first when Kalisto came off the top rope, which he was trying to go for a move on Brian Kendrick. He got caught by Baron Corbin into the end of days, and Baron Corbin and Kalisto have had this thing going on for the past couple of months. And afterwards, Daniel Bryan, went up to him and saying, "What are you doing? Why are you being so selfish?" And he said he's had so much, and basically he was saying that he was tired of he's been tired of Kalisto, and he doesn't know any more guys like Kalisto on the roster. So that's why he basically helped Raw maintain the cruiserweight division. So and like you said, the other day, it was a 10-man the male Raw versus SmackDown 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. It went hour 15 minutes, somewhere around right there. But great action, great spots. This was I think what you see on the internet, depending on the person, this could be anywhere from 4 stars to 5 stars. I'm gonna put it probably around 4. I'm probably gonna go right in the middle, go 4.5 stars. I think this was excellent, some great spots. We had a Shield reunion with Dean Ambrose and Reigns and Rollins. We had some great action. Again, Reigns was set up for the coast to coast. McMahon went to the top. Shane McMahon went to the top, jumped off. Reigns went up, jumped up, called him, speared him. And from what it looks like, from what I could tell, Shane McMahon, he hit his head hard on the mat, and it looks like that he was supposed to take the pin, but he didn't. So it was 1, 2. He put his shoulder up. The referee still, because referee, I think the referee knows that this is, he doesn't know all of it, but he knows some of it. I think the ref does, so he knows he knows what the go home spot is. I think that's what he knows what that is. So he goes 1, 2, and he goes 3, but Shane kisses his arm. So the referee immediately realizes something's wrong. He starts looking at Shane, checking on him, and he starts talking to Roman Reigns as well. And I think he's telling Roman Reigns, Shane's out of it. You and the boys gotta go do something. So Reigns gets Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt and all the guys to go outside while the doctors come in. He does like this, rings the bell, and they say Shane McMahon has been eliminated. But who knows if he was or was not supposed to be eliminated at that time, but he makes him eliminated. So that's just one spot, and then it's all around, and they go back, and it ends up being Bray and Randy against Reigns, and Reigns is going for a spear on Bray. Randy Orton comes out, pushes Bray out the way, takes the spear. Bray goes and gets the Sister Abigail, and they are the sole survivors of the male Team 5 Raw and SmackDown match. A funny thing in the match, Braun Strowman was on the thing, and he was a dominant player in this thing. He showed very well, and I think he'll probably get, because of this, Barty will get a good push out of it. But the way he was eliminated was he was recovering from Shane McMahon jumping the jumped off the top rope to the outside on the announcer's table. He was getting in the ring. James Ellsworth, that no chin mascot guy, had him by the foot and wouldn't help him get in, and he and for his consequences, he got thrown off the stage onto some tables. But he took out the monster. So I'm sure on SmackDown he'll get a reward for taking out Braun Strowman. And then, of course, like we said, the mega match, the main event, Goldberg, Lesnar. Basically, Lesnar picks up Goldberg, pushes him into the corner. Goldberg pushes him down. Brock Lesnar laughs, looks at him, turns around, gets up, turns around, spear. Comes around, one more time, spear. Gets up, jackhammer, uno, dos, tres. Your winner, Bill Goldberg. So, as all, Survivor Series was okay. I mean, it was okay. I mean, it would have been hard pressed to beat last night's takeover, especially with them doing the traditional Survivor Series, matches. So it was probably going to be hard for them to beat it. But it was entertaining, and so I would say this was a pretty good pay-per-view, probably around the 3.5, 3 3/4 stars area of a pay-per-view. So I think this was really interesting. Still shocked at what we just saw with Goldberg getting it done. So what did you think? How about that final match, huh? So tell me what you think. Put it in the comments. If you like this video, if you like my review, hit the thumbs up button. Share it with all your friends and family. Please subscribe to this channel and my other channel, A20 Gaming. So what I have coming up next for you is, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I'll probably do some live streams on my gaming channel, but at any time a rapid reaction can come up, another video mine can pop up. I'm gonna try to do at least one video a week. So maybe 2 or 3 on here. Try to do this and one live stream video as well. So those that are out there and watching these and something like that, I hope that you will stay with me here. Get in on maybe something that will be big in the future. To get on the ground floor. So I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. And as always, be good to each other, y'all. Effing Goldberg. Can't believe it. Be good to each other, y'all.